What a Monday it is. What a time to expand to Mondays. This is Stadium Pulse on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network, presented by Nimnik Buick GMC and Southside Baseball Association. Welcome in to an hour of college football talk, normally Fridays 9 to 10 a.m., now Mondays as well, giving you some breakdowns and reaction from what was in the last weekend of college football. And it can't get any better. You know, last week, this is our first Monday. Last Monday was Labor Day, so we started this Monday. It couldn't have been a better decision last Monday because Florida upset Alabama, and I didn't want to have to hear about it. Well, now, I mean, it couldn't have got any better to start today because we got a Gators loss to talk about. And look, I'm not going to be the guy who pretends, okay? I'm thrilled. I'm over the moon. I am going to give you some legit analysis. Hopefully, maybe you believe otherwise. I believe it's going to be straight up, right? Whether I'm a fan, whether I hate watch or not, I'm going to tell you why DJ Lagway lost you that football game and why it wasn't just on Billy Napier. Time management aside, okay? That game is on DJ Lagway. And I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to do it as someone who, again, doesn't care about Florida one way or the other, even though that's not true. We'll go around the SEC. We'll go around all the teams that we check the pulse on every week. UCF, FSU, Miami, they all dominate. Georgia, some concerns there. Gunner Stockton didn't play very well, at least according to the Georgia fan base. I'll explain that. So, yeah, hop in with us in the chat. Gator fans, you're steaming? Here's a welcome place for you. Look, if you're in Jacksonville and you're a college football fan, we're going to give you some analysis that's not through just orange and blue colored glasses, okay? There's only one place for that, and so let's get into it, okay? You lost the football game to USF. Florida, your season is over in week 2 of September. Your season is over. That's it. It's wraps, right? Any expectation of, this is why, week 2 of college football, let me just start here. We all talk about it, is there's not a lot of good games, right? There's not, everybody's playing cupcakes. Everybody's playing out of conference. It's their last week to kind of get things right before they go play their SEC schedule or their conference schedule, regardless of whether in the SEC or not. It's your last game before week 11 when you're probably going to be favored by 3 scores plus. And yet, every single year we have a top 15 team losing a game they should never lose. And is that this? No. This is a game you should have lost. Because here's the thing. USF is better than Florida. This is no fluke. And I don't even think Gator fans are really going to push back on that a lot. But here's the problem. Your season is over in week 2, and this is the best roster that Napier has had. The best roster in his 4 years. You're going into year 4. This is the best roster, and your season is over. I'm hearing 2 bits in my dreams. This is amazing. We got to get something new over there in Gainesville because that's pathetic. 2 bits. Dude, figure it out. All right? Anyway, back to what I was talking about here. Your season's over. Billy Napier's gone. Look, let's just face the facts. Let's not do what we did last year. It doesn't matter. That's what you learned from last year is, Gator fans, you were cheering for some momentum, right? Because you wanted to keep Lagway. And you wanted, maybe year 4, year 2 of Lagway. Otherwise, if you would have known this would have happened, this was going to happen, you would have been pissed that you beat Ole Miss at home last year in an upset. You wouldn't have wanted it. You would have wanted to go 4-8 last year, get Billy Napier out, and get a new coach in here for Lagway. But that's not what happened. Billy Napier found a way to rally the troops. I thought he did a great job of that. I still think he's great culture-wise, spitting incident aside, by the way, I mean, you guys really don't do yourselves any favors of trying to keep me from enjoying this. I mean, especially, not even 48 hours after I have Florida fan after Florida fan hitting me up, getting on my case about Jalen Carter spitting in Dak Prescott's face. And then not even 48 hours later, I don't even know the guy's name. Your own guy does it. And it costs you 15. And you lose to USF. And USF deserves a lot of credit. I think they're 18 in the rankings. Golish, as a guy who was at obviously UCF, as a guy who was at UCF, I'm very familiar with Golish. He was there. Look, he's a rising star. Okay, and he deserves a lot of credit. Obviously, USF is going to try to make their push to try to get into the Big 12, or at least get into a Power 4 conference here in the next couple of years. New stadium, all that stuff. Maybe he'll stick around, maybe he doesn't, I don't know. So not trying to slight USF, but it's USF. The fact of the matter is it's still USF, and you're still the Florida Gators, and you lost on your home field, on your home turf, in front of all of your fans. Appreciate everybody hopping in the chat so far. John says nobody knows his name. He needs to get booted. Absolutely. Can you take his NIL scholarship away? No. Because if you do that to him, all of his other buddies and all of the other guys on the team, the players are going to riot and then they're going to take off. Is that the worst thing in the world? I don't know. Maybe as a Florida fan, you just want that. Hey, you can all take your bag and go home. But this is an absolute disaster, man. And oh my gosh. The fact that you can go lose that game. All right, let's just break it down, okay? Because you got bullied by the Bulls. Okay? Let's get into Napier's performance as a head football coach. Because at the end of the day, we'll go through everything that, all the mishaps, all the mistakes. But it's still on DJ Lagway. And we got pictures to prove it. So first of all, I'm not alone in this. Any reaction that you've watched as a college football fan has included the following. Jaden Ball didn't get enough totes. I agree. He runs for five carries on the first drive for like 50 yards. Every time he touches the ball, Florida's going forward and they're getting chunks. And all of a sudden, he disappears for the middle part of the football game, and he ends up with, I think, 18 carries. If you're at home in a tight ball game and the guy is averaging 5-6 a pop, and everything else is going backwards, it's not only that he's averaging 5 and 6 a pop, it's that he's averaging 5 and 6 a pop. Everything else is a negative. Everything else is a negative, whether through penalty, interception. Right, we're trying to ditch the ball off and make a circus play and getting our running back crushed for a negative on first down as well in the third quarter. How does he only have 18 carries? So I agree. That's Napier's fault. I'm with you. He's your play caller. He's your head coach. He decides who gets the totes. Jaden Ball didn't get enough. I'm with it. Okay? We can talk about the mismanagement at the end of the game, of the clock. Okay, why you come out on first down and allow DJ Lagway to change the play at the line of scrimmage? Do I believe that was DJ Lagway's change? Yes. Is that DJ Lagway's fault? Yes. Is it also Billy Napier's fault that with 2.5 minutes to go, after USF tried a 58-yarder or whatever it was, that you allowed your quarterback to throw on first down? And by the way, the pass is nowhere near. That's a 3 or 4 foot miss by your supposedly star quarterback. And now you stop the clock. You end up chewing absolutely zero clock and give the ball back to USF. I don't think this is that hard to understand. Yeah, I get it. Napier, it's his doing. You didn't run the ball 3 straight times with your best offensive player, at least of that day, Jaden Ball, and see where the cards lie. Run the clock. Give him an opportunity. Who knows? If he breaks an 8-yarder on first down, you're in business. You run it right up the gut 2 more times, you get a first down, you kill the game. But here's the thing. You don't take a timeout at the end of the game. There's not a scenario in the world where I can explain that to you. I can't find one. I've thought about it over and over. I can't explain it. And if there's somebody out there who can, hat tip. Jaden Ball not getting enough carries. Time management at the end of the game. Not using your timeouts. DJ Lagway still lost you that football game. And here's why. People hate Napier because of time management. In my opinion, as a Georgia guy, I see a lot more Florida fans hating Billy Napier, wanting him out of town because of the play calling. Because they believe he's a terrible offensive coordinator. They can't stand that he hasn't hired an offensive coordinator. And he's doing it all himself, and they think he's terrible at his job. He doesn't draw up winners. Well, watch a couple of these plays. Stick around really quick, and we'll see. All right, here's play 1. All right, so I'm extracting a couple of plays here for Florida fans, and there's a lot more I could have gone to. I promise. You're just going to have to take my word for it. Obviously, I cannot play these videos for you. I'm not trying to get sued. We're going to work in picture form, and honestly, probably better for you. You can really see it. So here's what we got. It's a 9-6 ball game. Florida's coming out to start the second half with the football. Here's 1st and 10. DJ Lagway steps back, semi-clean pocket. Not the cleanest, semi-clean pocket. You have a receiver running a drag route at +3, and here's another. You're going to have to take my word for it. The safety and the corner both bail at the snap. There's nobody within 15 yards of him. So if I'm looking at this picture, Billy Napier drew me up a winner. I have a 15-yard gain on first down. Even if it was a 6-yard gain, I still have to take this. This is 1st and 10. But this is a 15-yard gain minimum. Believe me. And does anybody remember what happens on this play? For whatever reason, DJ Lagway tucks the ball, turns it down, and he's going to pitch it off 1 foot to Jaden Ball. He's going to get crushed for a 2-yard negative. So that's how we're going to start our drive. You're asking why we're always behind the sticks. That's why. Did Billy Napier do his job? Yes, he did. Okay, let's go to our next picture. 2 plays later, 3rd and 12. Okay. If you, please look at your screen, because there's a man in the slot, and there's nobody within 15 yards of him. And here's the weirdest part. Why did that happen? The nickel fired. He triggered. We got a nickel blitz, and DJ Lagway literally pointed it out pre-snap. If you go back and watch, this is one of those check with me's. They get to the line in a hurry. They get to the line fast. They do a little hard count. All right, they see what the defense is going to do. They see how the defense responded. They look to the sideline. Billy Napier checks. He calls something else because Billy Napier sees that the nickel's going to fire. So he says, okay, slot, you're running a streak right up the field. That's an explosive play on 3rd and 12 to convert, to get a 25-yard gain, and we're off in business. And so, why are we not throwing this football? Why are we not throwing this football? Why is the ball not out of your hand right now, DJ Lagway? Is it because, could it possibly be because you haven't practiced in 9 months and you're not seeing the field well? Here's the fact of the matter. Billy Napier called a winner for you, and you sold him out on this play. There's nobody on that side of the field. This is a 30-yard play. Oh, we're going to turn it down. And we're going to throw an incompletion, and we're going to punt the football. We're going to go 3 and out on our home turf against USF. Oh, it's all Billy Napier. Let's go to our next play. Okay, okay. This ball here, obviously this is the next drive. This is the interception. Again, 1st and 10. You tell me what DJ Lagway is thinking. 1st and 10. By the way, your back is right there. Dump it off to him. You have a 6-yard gain. You're ahead of the chains. You're playing on time, playing within the system. You're in 2nd and 4 on midfield. You got your drive off to a good start. But no, after we just turned down 2 winners on the previous drive that were wide open, now we're going to come back and we're going to throw across our body a 45-yard heave on a route that's not even designed to be thrown to. Everybody understands you have go routes, especially in college football, that are not even within the progression. They are just take the safety with you. We're trying to hit something underneath. We're trying to hit that deep over. We're trying to hit that dig. We're trying to hit that deep out. That's that. Hey, receiver, you're not getting the football. Give me your best 50-yard sprint because you love this program. That's what you're asking that outside guy to do, but not to DJ Lagway. He says, I know that I'm not supposed to throw that ball. I'm not even supposed to throw it if I'm on platform. I'm going to throw it across my body on 1st and 10 when there's a safety right there, and we're going to throw a pick here. Oh, it's all Billy Napier's fault. It's all Billy Napier's fault. Guys, your quarterback didn't play well, and he didn't look good at all. And I know some Florida fans are accepting that, but not all of you are. Not all of you are. DJ Lagway lost you that football game. Did Billy Napier help? No, he did not. But we have been saying on this program for each of the last 6 weeks that DJ Lagway didn't practice. We had the shoulder all spring. We had the ankle or the calf all summer and into fall camp. You got 3 weeks of practice in, and we told you, and we're not the only ones. I'm not going to take, we're far from the only ones. Guys, he's going to look like a freshman quarterback. Those words came out of my mouth a dozen times. He's going to look like a freshman quarterback. He's going to look like a freshman quarterback. Well, what did he look like to you on Saturday? He looked like a freshman quarterback who hadn't practiced. He lost you the game. I mean, other things. I mean, if our long snapper could just do his job and not sail the thing 30 yards over your punter's head, maybe you'd be in a different situation. DJ Lagway is throwing balls like he's taking jump shots here. I mean, go throughout each of his completions. I didn't even show you. I forgot to pull that one up. The wide open touchdown to your tight end, and where you didn't know whether it was to your tight end or to your receiver because he had a DB on him. DJ Lagway throws that ball and then flips his feet like a shortstop coming across the middle, turning 2. When did we learn that? First of all, are we fully healthy? Is our calf fully healthy? Because I've never seen, I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is. Y'all know, Zach, you know what I'm talking about? We're throwing the football, and then we're jumping and we're flipping our feet afterwards. That's what we're doing. I saw it 7-8 times when I watched the game again yesterday. I don't understand it. Is he fully healthy? I don't know. Even if he is, I haven't practiced. I'm not on the same page with my receivers. I'm not comfortable within the pocket. I mean, I feel like it's time to rest the case. Zach, what did you think? I mean, obviously, look, I got to give this guy a lot of credit, man. This guy here, let me get my finger in this shot right here. I got to give this guy a lot of credit. We told you on this show Friday, 18.5 or whatever it was, 17.5.
Yeah, 18.5
is insane.
Yeah.
Okay, especially early in the season. This offense is not going to click yet. I had no idea it was going to be this bad. No idea. But you went ahead and said, hey, look, I'm about as anti-two bits as it can be.
Yep.
Go ahead and give me USF money line.
Yep.
Throw that up there.
Pull it up real quick. Hold on.
I mean,
there we go.
That's all you, brother.
Yep. I mean, here's the thing, is I seriously, from the moment that first ball was snapped, or from the moment the ball was kicked off, it didn't even matter. I'm not even going to sit here and pretend. From 9 a.m. that morning when I placed that bet, I had no doubt in my mind that USF was coming away from that game without a victory.
With a victory.
With victory. Excuse me.
Baby.
Dude, I mean, if you're a Florida fan, hear me out. Jason, I think your analysis of this was perfect. Lagway doesn't practice, so he makes up for it by trying to make a play. That's that jump off platform throw, Jeter jump shot, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it, the Jeter jump shot just sounds good. But that's what he's trying to do. So when you don't practice, you try and make up for it by trying to make a play. That's basic ego. Okay? But here's the other thing that I noticed in LIU that I said on the program last week. Program. 2 bits. I had to get that out. All right, here we go. So here's what I said. I said that LIU had 7 QB pressures, QB hurries. That should never happen.
No.
Against LIU. So I knew going into this game that Florida was going to have an O-line problem. They're going to have an offensive line problem. We also never got a good look at Florida's defense. Okay? They played LIU. You can't gauge a defense when you play LIU. You can't. But you can gauge their aggression, to which the last 2 games, they've had none. The best teams who have performed so far this year in college football, it's week 2 in college football, have had an aggressive defense and a quarterback without an ego. And that's the key to winning. That's the key to winning a Natty, is a selfless team, right? I mean, that's basic, right? But Florida, you got an ego quarterback. You got play calling that doesn't get your best playmaker on offense the ball. And you have a defense that has no tenacity whatsoever, and you let Byron Brown run all over you. The last thing I'm going to say is, let's talk about the discipline. 2 touchdowns called back because of holding penalties with players that aren't even in the play. That's undisciplined.
But we're gonna culture up. You know, we're gonna band together. We're gonna get this thing right. That's Billy Napier's. That's his. I don't even know what it's called because I don't have mine set up. That's his voicemail. It's on repeat every press conference the guy had last year, and he did it already this time. We're gonna culture up, right? We're gonna band together, right? The culture is what keeps us together. If you got culture, then why is Buddy spitting in Buddy's face?
I said this right before the season when Florida was ranked way higher than they should have been. I said Florida every single year is the preseason national champions. They're the champions of the offseason. Then week 1 starts, they get a good win, they rally the troops. Freaking the swamp is popping, and then they go out, and USF goes, no thanks. This is mine now.
Get up and go, baby. Get up and go.
Get up and go. And so, anyways, that's all I'm going to say about the Gators. I think that they have great playmakers, dude. They have weapons. Their receivers are massive.
VB3 is awesome.
They're fast. They're actually exciting to watch. That punt return was incredible. It's exciting to watch. Ball is a phenomenal player. Like, no doubt. But Lagway doesn't practice, and he plays with an ego. I'm at the point now where I'm starting to believe, mainly because of you, that Billy Napier may not actually be the problem.
Oh, no, he's still the problem.
But this game, he was not.
Of course.
Okay.
And here's the thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether it's his fault or not. It's going to be, and he's got to be the scapegoat. Yeah. He's 20-20. It doesn't, USF aside, this is just you know, the icing on the cake. It doesn't matter what they do the rest of the year. If you can lose, it should just be a blanket statement. If you can lose to USF at home with your most talented roster that you've had in 4 years, you have to be gone.
Yeah.
I get it. It's week 2. Would it do any good for Florida to fire him right now? I don't know, but he deserves it. I am tired of Florida, the fan base slightly thinking that, they're one coach away. I mean, guys, we've done this a couple of times now, right? I mean, from Muschamp to McElwain to Mullen to Napier now. I mean, you're 100. I think I did the math since Urban Meyer in 2006, or I don't know when. I think it was since Urban Meyer. I think you're 107-70. Like, that's over 4 coaches, guys. That's 4 coaches. And look, I mean, Georgia got it right with Kirby Smart and hit a home run. And before that, they were, 8-5, 9-3 every year with Mark Richt, and they had no reason whatsoever to be disappointed with those kind of seasons. The 9-3s, especially if you're making it to the SEC championship, because you're not a perennial contender. Stop acting like you are and stop expecting it. That's the Georgia fan base. So it's the same thing for Florida. Stop expecting to go 9-3, 10-2 to be in the playoff until you can do it again. Until you do, don't expect it. You guys are not a perennial contender. You're not a college football powerhouse right now, and you haven't been for a long time. I think it's as simple as that. John says that Gator football is dead. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, what a horrid 4 months it's going to be over there in Gainesville. I mean, just a disaster.
There's something that also needs to be noted about Billy Napier, and I saw it in the comments. I don't know how to scroll back up, but someone said Sunbelt Billy needs to get out of the SEC.
You got to hire within the SEC.
Bro, listen to this. Billy Napier had 12 losses in his career going into Florida. He has 20 in the SEC. 20 as a head coach of a SEC football team, one of them coming to USF.
Right.
I mean, he's got to go.
He has to.
He's got to go.
You should hire within the SEC as much as you can. And look, Florida fans, you're going to say, Will Muschamp, we tried that. He failed at Florida. He failed at South Carolina. Look, there's going to be outliers at everything, every point, every take. But hiring a guy who's never been in the SEC, I mean, it's just not going to work. Look, one more point. How many games is this Florida team going to win? How many? Is there going to be a slight salvaging? Oh my gosh, John Gruden, I couldn't imagine. The guy says he's dying to coach in the SEC. Let's bring him on in, buddy. I mean, it can't be any worse. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine? This Florida football team's going to win 4 games max. 4. After last season.
What about...
And you can't blame it on the schedule because you just lost to USF. If you beat USF and you fall to every one of the hard SEC games, especially on the road, you got an argument if you want that excuse. You don't have it as soon as you lose to the Bulls at home. It's over. We got to take a break. Spending a half hour on Florida football. Look, we pride ourselves on being a program that's not just Florida. And I need you to believe me that we are much more than just about Florida. Florida, UCF, FSU, Miami, and Georgia. Those are our 5 schools. And we cover the national landscape as well. But on a day like today, you got to spend the half hour. You got to spend the first half hour. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. And when we come back, we're going to get to Georgia. Right? Gunner Stockton didn't look so good. I'll explain why. Should Georgia fans still be confident with the road ahead? We'll get to UCF. We'll get to FSU and games of the week as well. That's coming up on Stadium Pulse. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us.
When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness, and most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC, we are professional grade.
Putting your needs first. It's the backbone of how First Florida Credit Union does business. In all honesty, you might as well be speaking another language when it comes to finances. Sure, I'm good with my money, but what am I missing in the fine print? That's what led me to First Florida Credit Union. They're the perfect choice for anyone starting their financial journey because they keep finances easy. Plus, they offer financial education and resources I can trust. So I'm always growing more confident. And as a young adult, I am constantly adding more responsibilities to my plate. From a car payment to a mortgage, it all adds up. Luckily, First Florida Credit Union makes sure it adds up in all the right places and not the wrong ones by offering better rates and lower fees than traditional banks, even if you're still trying to grow your credit. Because as a member-owned institution, First Florida genuinely puts people's needs first rather than focusing on profit. So I know as my needs change, they'll be right there to help me reach my goals. Check out firstflorida.org to learn how you can benefit too.
I've been telling you about CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing for a long time now. Their drinking water systems remove up to 99% of contaminants. We've had a Connecticut water softener and drinking water system in our home for more than 7 years. You can see the difference whether you're washing clothes, the dishes, or what I like to do most, fill this up for some coffee every morning and mostly all day. Remember, if you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Don't be the filter. Right now, you can get a free Connecticut reverse osmosis system with a purchase of a Connecticut Premier Softener. The experts at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing will test your water for free and determine your water score. Don't know your water score? CGC will find out and recommend the appropriate Connecticut water treatment solutions so you can improve it. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. Ask about our 90-day love it or leave it guarantee. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Choose your own adventure. It's not just a saying, but a way of life here at Cycles of Jacksonville. And whether it's 2 wheels or 4 wheels, at Cycles of Jacksonville, a great adventure awaits. With brands like Honda, Vespa, Segway, and Triumph, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with their inventory featuring a 60,000 square foot building. If 4 wheels is more your thing, check out the largest selection of Honda Talons in the entire county. No matter what you're looking for, Cycles of Jacksonville is going to have the selection you need, all with great financing and rebates. Plus, if you're active duty military, Cycles of Jacksonville will offer you 0% financing along with great discounts for military and first responders. And when you want to get off the road and set sail, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with everything you need to get on the water. So if you're ready for a great adventure, let Cycles of Jacksonville be your guide. Located off Atlantic Boulevard, or check out their website at cyclesofjacksonville.com.
It's fast-paced,
Hands off on first down, and there goes Edward Vander.
high fly,
Wide open receiver. It's caught.
action-packed, weekend fun. Fun for the entire family. It's the Jacksonville Sharks.
I feel like anybody could play in this league. It's gotta be like backyard football, right?
Whoa! This ain't the Arena League, Brent. This is the indoor league, and they play defense here.
It's a lot safer to just watch the professionals play. And watching is a lot of fun. A party in the stands at the arena for kids and adults. And it's indoors. Get out of the heat for the summer and watch the Sharks shine inside. Jacksonville Sharks football, season number 15. It's the Drive for 5, and it's still alive. Get your tickets at jacksharks.com.
Spot the ball, Johnny. Spot the ball. Wow, this is gold. Thanks to whoever put this on Twitter. Appreciate it. Good timing. John Gruden and some Florida drip. Gosh, could you imagine? Yeah, the quick answer is no. All right, welcome back to Stadium Pulse. College football talk every Friday presented by Nimnik Buick GMC and Southside Baseball Association. Again, appreciate everybody hanging out with us, hanging out in the chat. Feel free to follow me, follow Action Sports Jacks for a lot of more college football content. Obviously, we'll get to the Jags later on the Britton Austin show. But for now, let's get back to college football. Let's talk about LSU. Let's talk about Clemson. Okay, look. Blanket statement, before I get into it, we know transitive property doesn't work, right? Just because I beat this team and they beat that team means I'm going to beat that team. Okay? That being said, we gave LSU the stamp of approval for beating Clemson on the road in week 1. We gave them the stamp. Finally, this is the LSU year. They've been talking about it all offseason. We'll have to wait until the national, everybody nationally, outside of Baton Rouge, knew better. We got to wait till week 1 because Brian Kelly can't win openers. Can't win the big one. Can't win big games. Can't beat other really good head coaches. Well, he did. So we gave the stamp of approval, at least nationally we did. And then we watched Clemson this last week. Now, I don't know about you. I don't know if, you decided, hey, week 2, it's week 2, and we don't have a lot of good matchups, so I'm going to take this weekend to do a lot of other things. Right? I don't necessarily expect you to be watching Clemson hosting Troy. They were down 16-0 at half. Clemson was. The Tigers, everybody told you we're going to win the national championship this year. Who everybody told you with Kate Klubnik back as a Heisman candidate for one more year, finally going to take the step. Dabo finally went to the transfer portal. The defense is the best defense in the country. The defensive, which I still believe their D-line is the best defensive line in the country. Add all these things up with the schedule, they're going to the national championship. It looked like a national championship type caliber team to you on Saturday? Troy? Really? 16-0 at half? I mean, what are we doing? I mean, seriously. Yeah, of course you come back and win the football game late. Because you know why? Because Troy was shell-shocked that they were winning. They about had an aneurysm. They didn't know what to do with themselves. They're going into halftime up 16-0. Well, I mean, we didn't expect this. What do we do in the second half? We were expected to be down 2 scores, minimum, and coming in to make halftime adjustments. They were up 16-0. They didn't make any halftime adjustments, as it were. Clemson did come back and win the football game. Again, transfer property doesn't work. Should we be all that impressed with LSU beating Clemson now? Yeah, sure. Is Clemson going to be fine? Yeah. I mean, they're going to be fine. The ACC conference play, all that good stuff. Dabo get it right. Kate Klubnik's not that bad. Early. But I don't know, man. Maybe we pump the brakes on LSU a little bit. Because here's the thing, real quick. We can pump the brakes. And I'm sorry for Florida fans if it feels like I'm piling on. But it ain't going to matter this Saturday. LSU's going to drop trowel on Florida. It's going to be bad. I think it's going to be bad. How good Clemson is or not, I think LSU is going to win that game by 3 scores, and they're going to win it pretty handily. I mean, and let me tell you this. If Billy Napier finds a way to keep that game real close as a 1-score game and you lose it late, what in the world are Florida fans going to think? To me, obviously, the answer is still very, very clear. And what the majority of them will say is you still got to get them out. Again, if you can lose the USF at home, it doesn't matter what you do the rest of the schedule. But is he going to tug at the heartstrings with a 4-point loss in Baton Rouge to who LSU would say is their most talented roster since the 2019 championship team. I mean, good gracious. No, that's not going to be close. And if it is, I'd be shocked. And if DJ Lagway comes in and throws for 250 yards in a clean game and doesn't throw a pick and throws 3 touchdown passes, apologies are in order. I'd have to send a fruit basket his way. But let's just pump the brakes on LSU. All right, otherwise, throughout college football, let's talk FSU really quick. Obviously, they handled business. I don't even remember who. Was it ETSU?
We played, I had to memorize. We played East Texas Agriculture and Manufacturing Commerce.
Great program. What was it, 70?
3 of their starters they found in the cafeteria last week at school. Not kidding.
Wow.
Yep.
It was just the ones that were going back for seconds. They figured those guys could play in the offensive
Yeah, one of them
line.
was actually like 6'6" and like 300. He should have been playing football. Okay. But, yeah, it was like 77-3. It's tied the school record for the biggest win.
Hey, here's all my. You can go ahead. Here's all the analysis I need to give.
Okay.
If Brock Glenn plays in the football game, nice job, guys.
Yep.
Let's move on to next week.
Yep.
You got anything there?
Nope. Deuce Robbins. I mean, we're playing. I said it. You get Florida State fans, football fans in general. You can expect the same thing next week, or we got a bye week this week when we play Kent State on the 20th. Expect the same thing. We're gonna feed the receivers. We're gonna pump their stats for the first quarter. And then we're going to pull the starters, and we're going to put our 4th, 5th, and freshman strings in. But, yeah, the only thing that I can say about this game is Florida State's really has an identity because it didn't matter if it was the first string, second strings, or third strings. People are going out there hitting hard. Yeah. Castellanos is in his full pads in the 4th quarter cheering on our freshman running back and quarterback who's toting it in the end zone to make it a 65-point game. Yeah. It's good identity. Proud of the Noles.
All right. Let's get to Georgia because Georgia, look, I mean, it's never good enough, and I think there's a point to it. You beat Austin Peay 28-6, I believe it was. You scored 28 points. And obviously the headline is right before the half, you got the football before the half and before the weather delay. 14-0. You go down, you get it to the 1-yard line with about 20 seconds left, and you get stonewalled. You don't score. You come up with no points. You throw the football on first down, it's an incompletion. You throw the football on second down, it's almost picked. And then with 6 seconds left, I believe it was, you decided then to run it out of shotgun. And I think it was Cash Jones in at that point. He loses his footing half because you got no timeouts. It was poor clock management. I thought it was poor play calling. I'll just chalk that one up as an outlier because it was one drive. I want to focus more on the game as a whole. 2 things can be true at the same time. One, just like I said last week against Marshall, and I get Austin Peay, all good. Georgia's running game is back. It's back at the standard. It's back at Georgia. It's Georgia football, okay? Because here's what I can guarantee. They're going to be a top rushing offense in the country again, and they're going to play great defense, okay? That's what Georgia football is. That's what it was not last year. Obviously, finishing 104th or whatever it was in rushing offense. That was despicable. That was terrible. And I think it lit a fire. And I'm watching our offensive line pancake multiple guys on the same play that I didn't see last year. I'm seeing speed from Drew Bobo, our center, getting out, pinning and pulling, and pancaking a guy and finishing the play and getting his head around that I didn't see last year. Okay, I'm seeing our running backs with a little bit more juice, whether it's Nate Frazier, who we just got to not put the ball on the ground and not fumble. He's going to be a great back. You have depth again. You have Dwight Phillips, Chauncey Bowens, right? You got Cash Jones. You got multiple guys in there who are beating angles. Austin Peay. Everything with a grain of salt. Your run game is back. Okay, you ran it 40 times, and a lot of that, by the way, is because we talked about all last week. It's because Gunner Stockton, right? The threat of him keeping the football, it does wonders in college football. Okay, opposing defenses really do not handle it well, and you finally got a guy that can do that. You ran it 40 times for about 200 yards in that football game, but here's the main storyline coming out of it: Gunner Stockton is gun shy. Doesn't have a lot of confidence. Okay? He's completing, I think it was 75% of his balls. So if you want to complain with that, I think he was 21 to 28. If you really want to, I mean, if that's that big of a mistake to you, and that's enough for you to call for put the backup in, I don't know what to tell you. Because that's winning football. And there are many times you guys always want him to take a shot. Always want to take a shot. And he turns it down because he sees safety over the top, and he hits the third option or the check down for a 6-yard gain on 1st and 10. That's winning football. That's how you win games in the SEC. That's how you win games in the playoff. Obviously, you got to hit your shots. And I think he will. But do you want him to be DJ Lagway on 1st and 10? And throw the ball up with the safety over the top and throw a pick? Which one would you rather? You have to choose. With a quarterback who is in his first year starting and an inexperienced, it doesn't matter who you're a fan of. If you have an inexperienced quarterback, you have to choose. You don't get to complain when he checks the football down on 1st and 10 and stays on time, stays ahead of the 6, gets the ball to your playmakers, and gets you in 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3. You don't get to complain if you would, unless you would rather the guy who throws the ball up for grabs, puts the ball at risk, and turns the football over. Pick one. If I have a top rushing attack and I have a top 5 defense, I know which one I'm picking. It's an easy choice. So if you're concerned about, hey, Tennessee might be able to stack the box, and what happens then? If you're going to leave Noah Thomas, Colby Young, and Zach Branch on one-on-one, man-to-man coverage, I will guarantee you that Gunner Stockton will hit enough deep shots to torch that. I don't think any SEC defense is going to put 8 guys in the box or 7 guys in the box and sell on the run on 1st down every single time. We have weapons now. That's what we've been telling you all offseason. We have weapons now. UCF, they beat NC-A&T 68-7. You took care of business. And Taven Jackson looks legit against NC-A&T. The throw that he made, it was a 50-yard throw rolling right to a corner route, or maybe it was just a really, really deep over to put you down at the 2-yard line in that second quarter. He's the only quarterback on the team who can make that throw. He's a guy you don't have a guy on the team that's going to be the 75. You don't have a Gunner Stockton on the team that's going to be 75%. You are picking, in UCF's case, the most, to me, in a season where you're not expected to win a lot of football games, you pick the highest ceiling guy. It's 100%, without a doubt, Taven Jackson. He was the only quarterback who could make that throw. There were multiple throws that he made that I thought he was the only one that could make. Ja'Cory Brown sure as heck not making them. Cam Fancher, haven't seen enough. I would guess probably not. Okay? Taven Jackson has the most talent. If you can try to, week by week, try to game plan as good as you can to try to beat the turnovers and the bad decisions out of them, you'll live. If UCF, you'll live with 13 picks from Taven Jackson this year. You're not expected to win. You got 2 years of him if you want it, and if he wants it, of course. It's got to be two-way. But a decent showing nonetheless. Miami beats Bethune-Cookman 45-3. Oh, Timmy McClain. USF fans, UCF fans will know that name. He's Bethune's quarterback. Carson Beck was cooking in that one, 45-3. Couple other quick hitters for you. Arch Manning bounces back. They beat San Jose State 38-7. They'll go to Florida in 2 or 3 weeks. This was a nice win for Mississippi State. I don't know what kind of defense Arizona State was playing there with about a minute left, but you got a guy wide open in man-to-man coverage running across the field with 30 seconds to play, and all you got to do is really play, not total prevent, but let's maybe have a safety over the top and get him some help. Novel idea, maybe. I don't know. Not sure what happened there, but Mississippi State downs number 12 Arizona State. Illinois dominates Duke 45-19. I was way wrong on that one. I had Duke winning that football game because I believe in Darian Mensah, their quarterback. He didn't play terrible, but didn't play great, and he got outplayed by Illinois. Ole Miss over Kentucky, 30-23. Austin Simmons, 2 picks early in that football game. Gonna have to coach it out of him. Lane Kiffin's done it before. Have we seen it? I mean, he did it with Matt Corral. He did it with Jackson Dart. In my opinion, he'll do it again with Austin Simmons. That doesn't mean they're going to go 9-3. Doesn't mean they're definitely not going to be as good as last year. But he's got a lot of talent. All right, here's the one I want to finish the show with. Zach, did you get to watch the Oklahoma-Michigan game?
No, I didn't get to watch the Oklahoma-Michigan game.
So John Mateer, right? That we've talked a lot about him.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, guys, is the guy going to put the ball at risk a couple of times a game? Is he going to throw some picks? Yeah. But dude's a baller. He's a dog.
I saw some highlights. I didn't see the game.
I mean, between him and Diego Pavia, I just exploded that pin. Look, guys, I like talking about college football. The passion got the better of me there. The spring is on the ground. This pin's bursting in half on this table right now. All good.
It sounds like Florida's offense.
Oh, boy. Bursting at the seams. Good one. John Mateer, Diego Pavia. Not going to talk about Vanderbilt football a lot right here. Diego Pavia is on an option, running the option. Pitched it to his running back early just so he can run downfield and pop a DB. Just runs him clean over. Psycho. That's a dog.
Yeah.
John Mateer is the same way. John Mateer had 17 totes in that football game, and every play, that was Oklahoma's total offense. Entire offense was John Mateer. Is he going to throw? Yes. Did he throw a bad pick? Absolutely. Was there multiple balls that should have been picked? Absolutely. But he's a gamer.
I mean,
he's the guy that you want at the helm, and he won that football game for Oklahoma.
I agree. I think, Jason, I think there's a trend this year in college football as well with these mobile quarterbacks. There's a lot more tenacity with them. Jackson Arnold's not scared to get hit. John Mateer's not. Diego Pavia, Thomas Castellanos. There's some Ty Simpson. Like, these guys aren't scared to get hit. It's a nice change to see an aggressive quarterback in college football.
Yeah. Jay Knott, though, only 4 carries for him. Might be questioning why he transferred. I'm sure he'll get more, but wouldn't be surprised if he's not all that pleased. Bryce Underwood is going to be good for Michigan. He's playing on the road as a freshman quarterback at Oklahoma. And if there's one thing that Brent Venables can do, he can coach defense. Look, Mondays and Fridays now, Stadium Pulse. Mondays will be just like today. We're gonna react to the biggest games of the weekend, and on Friday we'll preview them. And we got some good ones this week. We got Florida at LSU, Georgia at Tennessee. Really excited for that football game. Miami hosts the red-hot number 18 USF Bulls, and that's another 18.5-point spread. We'll show you which way we'll go with that one. UCF's on a bye. Clemson is at Georgia Tech. Could they be on upstart alert? If they come out like they get against Troy, Georgia Tech will not let them back in that football game, not with Haynes King and that rushing attack. It won't happen. And then another one, A&M at Notre Dame. All right, so that one, for me, y'all know it. I don't have Notre Dame making the playoff because I had them losing this football game. I had them losing to Miami. If they win this game, they're probably in the playoff. If they lose it, they're probably out. So that'll be fun. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us, everybody in the chat. William Torres says, thank you, LSU, for letting the Canes get Daniels. He is Beck's most trusted receiver now. Yeah, that guy's insane. And LSU let him go for Aaron Anderson and Eric Anderson. So, and Barry and Brown as well. But appreciate you guys hanging out. Hey, in 5 minutes. Oh, man. I'm glad for Florida fans that are in Jacksonville, because if Florida would have lost and the Jags would have lost, we would have had to reserve seats at my church for y'all to come in. All right, we would have had to have focus groups and counseling sessions for y'all. But nonetheless, the Jags get the wins. We got a loaded 3-hour Brenton Austin show for you today. Wagers on the weekend. You won't want to miss that too, because your boy is up. We'll talk a little Gators, don't worry. Unbelievable game. Bills, Ravens with a 1-point win. Might have been the game of the year. That's all ahead on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Have a good Monday, everybody.
When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness, and most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC, we are professional grade.
Putting your needs first. It's the backbone of how First Florida Credit Union does business. In all honesty, you might as well be speaking another language when it comes to finances. Sure, I'm good with my money, but what am I missing in the fine print? That's what led me to First Florida Credit Union. They're the perfect choice for anyone starting their financial journey because they keep finances easy. Plus, they offer financial education and resources I can trust. So I'm always growing more confident. And as a young adult, I am constantly adding more responsibility